Welcome to another episode of Direct to Review.
That was pretty average.
Oh,
I was about to say, are we starting?
We're starting.
Wow, where was the countdown?
There's no countdown.
What are we doing then? What is this?
Oh my god! Why do these
Where
intros?
am I?
Why do these intros always have to fall apart so quickly? Like
That's our thing.
that's our
That's what
intros and our out. All right, everyone
People
enjoy that.
listen for the intro and then leave.
Yes, and you need to keep them staying.
Keep the people
God.
coming.
Coming,
Give
staying.
them what they want.
And the people want awkwardness.
Welcome to awkwardness. All right, my name's Leonard, obviously, and then there's Celeste here.
Oh,
Wow.
aggressive touch.
No one knows.
Was that was not a love tap.
That was a love tap.
It was not.
Alena can attest.
I certainly can.
Oh yeah, and Alena's here.
Hey,
Hey.
this is probably not a voice you guys are familiar with.
Right.
Hey,
The smooth, silky tones of Alena Lee.
thank you.
Not so smooth and not so silky. Anyways.
That's okay.
All right, so another Foreign Film Friday. We went finish this time. And guess what? We actually finished this film. More importantly, it was very difficult to finish.
But technically, during this time, Finland was a part of Sweden, so.
It's Swedish.
Anyways.
I mean, it's a Finnish film, but the setting of it wouldn't technically be Finland. It would be Sweden.
That's true. All right, I give you that.
Holy moly.
But it's a finished film.
You learn
Anyways.
something new every day.
It's called Devil's Bride, and it's long.
It's not even that long.
It's really not that long, but it feels long. It feels very long.
That's what she said.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. It was just too easy.
Leaving it to Alena to drop down the quality of our work. No. All right.
She's here 2 times.
So this movie is about a witch hunt in the 1600s in Åland, Finland.
Should you mention it's 1666?
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
1666.
what the hell?
It says it on the Netflix.
Oh, on the Netflix.
On the Netflix.
Oh boy.
I
see
feel like
this-
that was like very pointed by the church in this film. They're like, it's 1666.
It's the year of the devil.
Yeah.
It's the year we got to burn the witches.
Yeah, yeah. So this is supposedly a historic film,
Yeah, apparently this like really happened.
and all these people really did exist.
They even had a list of the people that were executed at the end.
Oh, yes, yes.
So these names are hard to pronounce. But
Everything was something daughter.
right? Daughter. Yeah, okay. Anyways, so we kind of follow. I know we're following one particular 16-year-old, but it kind of jumps really quickly between a few different characters. So I guess we can start with saying this
Anna.
film definitely does follow Anna Erik's daughter.
Eric's daughter. Yeah, that works.
So it follows this
You
16-year-old.
have to say
Anna.
everything like, woohoo, big summer blowout.
No, we're not doing that.
Yoo-hoo.
We're not doing that. Anyways, so we follow Anna, who is, what is she, like the stepdaughter of the
Of the
town
healer.
who starts with a V. There are so many people that work on this film. Like, normally we can look
it's
at
right
it
there.
and
It's Valborg.
okay, Valborg.
Yep.
And she's kind of learning her white witchcraft.
Because white witchcraft is permitted, but not under Mosaic law.
Right, it was under someone else's law. So we follow her for pretty much the entire film, from the time that she is the apprentice to this, what was it, the name again? Valborg?
Yeah, Valborg.
Something.
Yeah, something like that. To when she becomes the handmaiden of the new circuit judge's mother, who is
That's who she was?
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh.
right.
Which-
they really didn't do
I
much
wouldn't
with
know that if I watched the movie, which I did, but
Well, we watched the movie and I knew that was the mother, so.
But they didn't ever really introduce him. But apparently his name is Nils Slender.
Oh, they just kept calling him Circuit Judge.
Yeah, that's all they kept calling him was Circuit Judge. So I don't understand what that's about. So it's a small
Every circuit judge needs a name.
yes, it's a small village. Everyone knows
village.
everyone's village. Ugh, God, this is really gonna get harder to get through this, isn't it?
sorry.
Continue.
Small village. Everyone knows everyone's crap, and Anna, she kind of divines that she's going to meet this guy, fall in love with him. They're supposed to be together forever. Who ends up being Elias Olson, who is the husband of her friend Raquel Larsdotter. Why are they all daughter? Like, wait, is that
they're all related, Leonard.
Except they're not,
They
'cause
live
Eric's
on
daughter,
an island.
Lost
What are you
daughter.
gonna do?
Anyway,
Name
so
everybody daughter.
Your last name is daughter. Your last name is daughter.
Well, isn't that the name of their father, and then they just put daughter at the end, or is that something I just made up?
I think that's something you just made up.
All right then.
Pretty sure, actually. Okay. Anyways, so the circuit judge is there to try and like sniff out witchcraft. He first goes after obviously the healer. Healer gets sent away, which to me still doesn't make sense because of what ends up happening later on in the
Right.
movie.
They like full on say that she uses white witchcraft.
Yeah,
And she only gets
she's
sent
the only
away.
one that actually was like doing spells and incantations and trying to do stuff like that. So she gets sent away. She just gets banished. But then after that, they do a full-on witch hunt because I have a feeling it has something to do with the fact that the priest in the town was raping all the women, and one of them was starting to come forward. Well, I mean, the healer was starting to come forward with all of the women.
Right.
Yeah, and so the priest was like, "Everyone's a witch."
Everyone's a witch. They're all witches.
Yes.
But all of this is happening while Anna is having this affair with Elias, who they like full on start doing it, floating,
That's what they could.
floating,
Yes.
and shirts entanglement. In
Very
the breeze,
metaphoric.
which
And they embrace in the water.
which then lands in front of Raquel, and Raquel knows the difference between her husband's shirt and, of course, Anna's shirt because it has a stain on it, so she recognizes it immediately and figures it out. But the reason I feel I have to mention that isn't just because it's a side note, but because eventually Anna bears false witness to the fact that Raquel is supposed to be a witch. Like she goes and tells them, "Oh, I saw her do." Black magic.
Because of Elias, he gave the information to her and trusted her with that information. And what did she do? She did what any adulterer would do. Tell somebody else to get that lady away.
Yep,
Get Raquel out of the picture so I can take the man.
exactly.
You take him.
I
Interesting.
just don't understand why she wanted the 2 children as well.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
maybe they're just more maternal than I would ever be.
So yeah.
At 16?
At 16.
At 16, yeah.
I was like, no children for me.
That's good. That's good. So, this movie, obviously, everyone gets beheaded and set on fire, including our main character.
Yes. Spoiler alert.
No, please, no spoiler here, because honestly, this movie works exactly as you think it's supposed to work. Like,
Yes, yes.
Everyone dies.
everyone
but
dies.
Raquel does not.
No. Anna does eventually say, "Oh no, I lied. So you can't kill her," even though they tortured her for like
A while.
a long
They
time.
did.
Uh,
What a
Guys,
jerk.
I don't understand one thing about this film. Why is it so boring?
What?
It is the most
It is
boring
the
film.
1600s, Leonard.
It was very
Listen.
boring back then.
Listen,
What did
I've watched plenty of films that dealt with the 1600s, and they're nowhere near as boring as this.
I didn't find it too boring, though.
Really?
I'm a sucker for period pieces.
I feel like, and I've said it 1,000 times, I'm going to say it again, it's a drugstore trash novel just put on screen. Because it had no substance. It was just all these metaphors for sex and all these metaphors for violence. And in the end, it was just like the put upon woman was killed
Well,
after attacking a fellow woman.
I feel like this is...
That's what happens when you break girl code. You die.
You die.
Wow, girl code is rough.
Beheaded
Supposedly.
and set on fire.
This is
Guy
true.
code is not as rough.
What's guy code?
I have no clue, actually. I don't even know.
Bro code. You don't even
bro
know
code.
what
Yes,
it's
yes.
Bro
called.
code.
How can you even follow the bro code?
I don't, apparently.
No, you probably follow girl code.
That's probably true. Okay,
boy.
so I don't know. I don't have much to say about this movie, so I'm gonna leave it to you two because apparently you liked it. So.
I mean, okay.
It wasn't like the best film ever
Correct.
made.
Correct. I agree. It wasn't the most amazing film, but I feel... I'm not saying I can speak for all women, but I feel like maybe...
I can speak for all women.
I can speak for all women and say that some women have this fantasy of taking some other woman's man. I don't know if this is other, I just feel like as the drugstore novel goes, this fantasy is get this man. I don't care if he's taken, has children. I want him. I will have him, and he will stay with me forever.
So is that like they're playing off that desire? Then they're trying
Yes.
to
Yeah.
pull you
The
into
grass
it. See
is
it.
greener.
Do you have an idea of the light bulb? Just
No,
Still clueless.
because honestly, the thing is that even with that, they didn't do it very well. Felt like the relationships were established so quickly that I didn't quite understand the purpose. And plus, if it's supposed to be a small town, she knows every guy there already. She's 16. She'd
Yes.
probably have met them all already
in her dreams. I mean,
in her
Through
dreams.
the flame.
And she was friends with Raquel, so that tells me that she already knew the husband. So when he's coming in on the boat,
you
and
don't
she
know
sees
how
this
long
figure,
he's been on the boat.
he
Because
hasn't been on it for
because-
16 years.
No, but when he came back, he's like, "Oh, you're all grown up
Yes.
now," and she was like, "Yeah, I'm 16 now." Like he could have been gone for a few years.
I just don't understand the fact that you already know this person.
When you
like,
were
why is it
a
a surprise?
12-year-old, maybe you didn't notice Elias, but now as a 16-year-old, you're like, Elias
Or-
is bae.
yes, or how some little girls have this desire for an older guy, and all of a sudden they grow up and they're like, I'm old enough now. Will you have me?
True, she could have left
All right,
him
yeah, I
her
guess
whole
so.
life.
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, you know what? I did
I
appreciate.
feel like you weren't a 16-year-old
I
girl,
wasn't. I
Leonard.
really wasn't a 16-year-old girl. I
God.
mean, when I was 16, everyone called me a girl. That didn't make me a 16-year-old girl. So,
Interesting.
sorry, yeah.
Tidbit.
Learning more about me every day.
Yes.
Every second of every day.
Okay, so I did enjoy the historical aspect of it. I mean, people were as close-minded as this particular circuit judge was. My favorite part, though, is the fact that the healer did more for the mother than the actual doctor did, because all the doctor did was slit her
Right.
wrist and say she has too many fluids inside
Yes.
her. And all I wanted to say is
She
that's
has
not how the body works.
Negative energy. She's very melancholy. This will induce vomiting. There you go.
And take some Ipecac.
Because we
Here's
need to
the-
get all the fluids out. Every fluid.
Then you will be happy and you will be well. Logic.
But I mean,
That's
just do the healer stuff because
Yeah,
that worked.
right? The healers, they're like, here's some herbs. Let's go ahead and stop that bleeding. Like,
I did enjoy the mother character though, because in the end she was the one that turned to her son, and was like, murderer.
Yes.
You're a
yes,
murderer.
because she was a witch.
Yeah, she was. That's
Well,
right.
she wasn't like per se a witch, but she definitely did follow the creed of this one monk who was like, all this witchcraft stuff is just a daydream.
Daydream, yeah.
Like, you're all
Yeah.
crazy. And so she was like, you're crazy, you murderer.
So let's talk about like cinematography in here. It wasn't bad.
I thought
I
it was
li-
actually a pretty high quality movie
Yeah.
for being like, well, it was an expensive movie to make, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2.8 million euros, which is not.
If you do the
small.
calculation, it is two. I'm just kidding. I
Oh,
really
okay,
don't
go
know.
ahead. No, go ahead. No, come on.
Go, Alena, go.
Go.
I mean, I wouldn't know.
Okay. Well, box office, it did okay.
That's just like emissions stuff. Like,
Well, no, these are the numbers that you want to look at. Anyways,
Oh.
we're talking about things that they can't see.
like
See
always.
this, guys. See this. You have to see it.
Look with your special eyes.
But I mean, it looked good. It was very drab, which I like. I like it when they do the extra work in color timing afterwards to give you the emotion through the colors,
Yes.
which they worked really hard on. Like everything was basically golden and dusky, even when it was dark out. It was always golden and dusky. You know, it was just that
I
dirty
like how
feel.
dirty everyone actually was.
Yes.
They're like, you get mud, you get mud, you get some more mud. It was great.
Yeah.
All the mud.
And man, that must have been their costumes. Everything looked so heavy. I feel
Yes.
like back then, not only were you dirty, but you were probably sweaty and smelly. Just
Of course. Yeah, depending on the time of year. Not that I'm talking about weather. Who would do that?
Who would do that? No one would.
Weather
because-
nerds would do that.
Yeah, weather nerds would do that.
Those weather nerds.
Stupid.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that happen.
I like how that one part where her shirt flew into the stream, Anna's, and her friend comes up and's like, "You're not wearing a shirt."
Yes.
But
She
Anna's
was
wearing
clearly wearing a shirt.
Anna's wearing one of like her 5 shirts.
Shirts.
And I'm like, it's not like she's walking around naked.
Yeah.
Come on.
You know, that's the thing I kept making. I don't know why I have to make this point. I just feel like it. The people looked weird.
They did look
They
really
really
weird.
did look weird.
Like incestuous? Is that what you're trying to say? Is that what you're implying here?
No, just weird. Like they didn't
They're just
look.
odd-looking people.
Yeah.
Is
Like
that
the main-
because they didn't have a lot of makeup? Is this? Are you trying to say something?
No.
Alena, did you see her best friend? Because I did.
Yeah. I mean, that was the one that looked like a witch, and she
And
wasn't
wasn't
convicted
one.
of one. But I feel like that also kind of showed you that weird little dichotomy back then. That was like, you're a witch if you apparently do nothing, because none of them did anything.
Yeah.
But her in particular, she was gonna marry an older man and like just followed what everyone said, and everyone left her alone. All these other women were just slightly more outspoken and had their own thoughts, which is usually
Oh.
why they would kill
Wow.
them anyways.
Remember, the men don't like you if you have thoughts and opinions.
that ugly
The
things.
church will find you and will kill you.
That's exactly what. Yeah. That's
This is
exactly what
correct.
happened.
Exactly.
They
That's
thought
what
too
fun-
much, apparently.
Don't think.
Although my
Apparently.
favorite part was how after all the women were being captured and stuff and imprisoned, and all the men were drunk. There's just
Yes.
drunk men lying in the streets.
It's because guys don't know how to take care of themselves. Listen,
Clearly.
I don't drink, but if someone took you away and were like torturing you and I couldn't do anything about it, I'd probably become a drunk because it's all I could do.
Interesting.
It's the only calories I could come up with.
It's the easiest thing there.
Leonard taught me how to cook, yet he would starve and die if I were not here.
Yeah.
Because
So-
why eat if you're not here? There's no
my
reason to keep
God.
living.
Should I leave?
Please.
Should I leave?
Please.
Okay,
You
she didn't believe
basically
it. She didn't-
punched me when this podcast started.
First off, it was more of a shove.
Okay.
Second, don't be
Still,
starting rumors.
aggressive touch.
So, all right, overall, I mean, it wasn't a bad movie. I guess more the fact that I just didn't connect with the character
Yep.
because I'm not the one that should have connected with the character in the first place.
You mean you don't connect with a 16-year-old girl?
How dare you?
No, I'm sorry. I can't say I do.
Hmm.
There is one thing. I felt like one of those American Girl novels because it felt like it had a very specific audience,
Yes.
which I never know if it's a great idea to do that.
Well, the director was a woman, so I don't
No,
know. I don't know
I
if that was like
understand.
a thing. Like maybe it was just more. I mean, it was geared for sure.
Well, yeah, and I think that's great, and I think that you want to connect to that audience, but at the same time,
Well,
you
because
want
what
an
man would
audien-
watch this?
Well, you want an audience of males to also understand her side, but I feel like there wasn't enough of the actual growth of a character for me to get invested in anybody.
Yeah, I could see that.
You did not think Anna grew as she
I hated her, honestly.
as she falsely
Yes,
accused
yes.
Like,
Raquel.
Honestly, there was no. I didn't
But
feel
like
bad.
at
I
least,
didn't-
but like at least she fessed up to it in the end, and she died,
That's how you know this was a woman who created this film.
right?
Because
I'm not-
she fessed up.
No, I
What?
mean,
I'm confused. Because she died? That's
because-
how you know.
because
she
women-
died.
no, because women have some bit of regret or guilt or something, and they want to encompass all these bad things they do by tying it with a beautiful knot and saying, "I'm so sorry, I made this mistake. Please forgive me."
And then they do.
And they kill her. We forgive you. Chop off your head.
But at least your head isn't chopped off, so that makes me a good person.
right.
Exactly.
So, ratings. Where would you guys put this on a scale of whatever you want to put together there?
Can we have a range, please? I'm gonna need a range.
We're going to let Celeste start it out so you
Okay.
have a
Perfect.
range.
Well, Trevor and I have a very good rating system. It's very effective. You won't know what this movie is rated because it's such
Only
an
mine
effective
that actually has a rating system.
rating system.
Okay.
So now for the best rating system ever. Drum roll, please. Well, I can't think of one because now I'm under pressure. I'm going to give this 4 witchcraft novels out of 2 black cats.
You know, the math never works out on yours. You're always high on one end, and then it's out of, like, the lowest number you can think of.
Yes.
Oh, God. Okay, and my normal ratings of Goldblums, which 1 Goldblum is 5 stars.
You have a Goldblum
I
rating?
do.
Should I have a Robert Downey Jr. rating system?
Go for
Probably.
it. How many stars is he worth?
Wait, how much? Oh, Robert Downey Jr. is worth all the stars, but I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the movie. And if I were having to give up the stars of Robert Downey Jr., wait, no, you don't get stars. You're not doing stars, and neither are you. Why do I do stars?
No. See, 1 Goldblum is
He's
5 stars, equals to 5 stars.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, because he's amazing.
He gave one movie 5 Goldblums.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That was Polka King.
No. I gave 10 Goldblums.
10,
That's right.
I thought
That's
it was only
50
5.
stars.
I don't remember. I don't know. Watch Polka King. It's great.
Yes, it is.
And listen to our podcast on Polka King. Equally great.
All right, focus up here. That's for the end. Shilling is for the end.
Oh.
Find us on Patreon.
What? No, I'm kidding. Okay, I would rate this a 3 Robert Downey Jr.'s out of...
You can just say 3 Robert Downey Jr.'s. But
Okay.
how much is a Robert Downey Jr. worth? Is it like...
He's apparently worth all the stars. So
Oh,
So 3 all the stars. Gotcha.
that's a lot.
I mean, okay, let's...
You loved this movie.
And I would not say that. I think we'll just 1 equals 1.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, for
Simple
me,
maths.
I'm going to give it Jeff Goldblum's glasses because that's all I'm going to give it, which is a half of a star because I can't do that. I just can't.
Can't even give it to Goldblum.
I can't. I can only give him his glasses because that's all I got for you.
Wait, what? Okay.
It was just not something that I'd go back to.
Me either.
And a lot of the times...
I might throw it on one day when I'm cleaning or something. You know, good noise.
Background
literally noise because it's not like she could listen to it and understand what they're saying because it's all
You're
in
right.
Finnish.
Fair enough.
Right. Did we mention that at the beginning?
It's a Finnish
a-
film. We
it's-
say that over and
It's
over again.
Foreign
yes.
Film Friday,
Oh, are all your foreign films with closed captioning?
Most of them.
pretty much.
Where have I been?
I don't know. You haven't been on here in a while, Alena.
It's been a
Well,
while.
the last Foreign Film Friday she watched was the Rocket to the Moon one, which was basically the British film.
Oh,
so-
that's right. You've never actually done
Or-
a proper foreign film.
Not
Friday.
the Rocket.
Wait,
no, she did.
yes, I
she
did.
did Honeymoon.
Honeymoon.
Oh,
Remember that one. The fingers, the skins.
You know,
the-
this one
okay.
had some decapitation too, which I appreciate.
Listen, the only part that was actually violent in any which way was they were showing them torture that one girl
I
by
couldn't do
like
it.
cutting her toes.
Was that the toe or the finger?
Was it something?
It was a
And then-
phalange of
and
some
then-
sort.
And then they did the one with the head,
The nail.
where they shoved the nail in the head.
Well, but they were like, oh, she doesn't react. She was like, I fell out of a tree because
Yes.
nerve endings are dead.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if you fell out of a tree back then and you're still alive and it was bad enough to cause that big of a scar.
Witch!
Yeah, you're a
Witch!
witch. I'm sorry.
Oh,
There's no way.
oh.
No. You should have died because there were probably horrible maggots like crawling around in your cut back then.
Oh my.
Well, think about
They
it.
were
didn't really
a
have any way.
seafaring country, so maybe not.
Maybe
Maybe
not.
there's like the river in the stream always.
Yes, running water cleans things out. And what if they burned it?
There you go.
Sterile. Done.
Okay. Oh my God. So, what are we watching this week? Anybody watch anything good? Anybody
I've
enjoying something?
started Disjointed on Netflix.
Oh.
Oh my God. I was actually going to start that and I
Okay,
didn't do
so
it because
okay,
I wasn't too excited about it.
Okay,
I love
so-
Kathy Bates. though.
yeah, it's Kathy Bates,
Oh.
and she has this pot clinic.
A dispensary?
A medical marijuana dispensary.
She wants to be the Walmart of pot, I believe.
And she's like, she is in business with her son, and she's like, we can't be the man. Who will I be mad at if we become the man? The
She-
only thing that throws me off about it is that they have a laugh track.
Oh man, that went out a long time ago. Who still does laugh tracks?
This show.
Wow.
There is a second season. Maybe they drop it, but I'm not a fan of the laugh track. But, Leonard, you will appreciate what the intro is. Do you remember the cult classic
Cult classic. Oh,
of
no.
marijuana from the 50s?
Oh, are you talking about Reefer Madness?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
That is the intro they use.
Oh, I watch that film whenever I want to laugh.
I
So
don't know if
fantastic.
it's still on Netflix.
What?
Okay.
Have you ever seen it? Okay.
Oh my god.
So back in the 50s, they decided to put out Reefer Madness. It wasn't actually geared towards just... This is the thing. Back then, they determined they were going to do a war on drugs, but specifically marijuana, because they wanted to go against Mexicans. They used to show, they made a connection that immigrants or Mexicans in general smoked marijuana, therefore marijuana is bad. So they started telling people, watch out for people who smoke reefers. So they made a film called Reefer Madness, which was basically a really long PSA.
Oh no, wait, this was 1936.
Which one? Reefer Madness?
Reefer Madness.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
This changes everything.
No, it doesn't, actually.
It was what's his face? I forget who the president was.
Anyways, so they made this film, and basically it's about these kids who start smoking reefer,
Smoke the marijuana
one in particular, and then kill somebody.
in a car accident.
My facial expression
no,
right now is...
actually,
Didn't they run someone
ran
over?
somebody over, yes, but they also like murdered somebody when they were in their quote unquote drug den, which is actually a really high scaled like house.
Wow.
Right? I'm like, that's better than the house I live in, but okay.
It's the most ridiculous film. They say the stupidest things, and it's like it's hilarious. I mean, nowadays
So funny.
nowadays
It's
it
not
doesn't
on,
even count.
It's not
Wow.
on Netflix anymore, but it is on Prime, Amazon Prime, and you can
Perfect.
find it
Yeah.
on YouTube.
And
Perfect.
it's hilarious. It's worth a watch just because of how funny it is and how wrong they were about.
And how they always
Marijuana.
say marijuana.
Instead
yeah.
of marijuana.
Yeah, because they couldn't say it, or they'd say
Marijuana.
marijuana, Mary Jane Reefer. Like they they go down
Oh,
like
boy.
So,
good.
yes, that is the intro of Disjointed, and it makes me so happy.
Oh my god,
It's always like skip intro, and I'm like, no, I'm here for it.
that's
So
fantastic.
I'm only a couple.
I may watch it just for that.
right? I'm only a couple episodes in, so I'm hoping maybe in the second season they like drop the laugh track, and we can get on with our lives.
They probably won't, because if they establish a laugh track, they'll probably keep the laugh track.
No more
Because
laugh
Leonard
tracks.
knows everything about laugh tracks.
No more laugh tracks. 2K18.
So for me, I'm watching Somebody Feed Phil. It's a kind of a
Show
travel.
makes me very hungry.
Oh my god, right? It's a travel food show with the creator of Everybody Loves Raymond, Phil Rosenthal, and oh my god, it is so fantastic. More importantly, it's obviously shot in 4K, so it looks beautiful. But he is such an awkward human being that it's hilarious.
This tall, gangly Jewish guy.
It's so great.
Yes.
But he loves food so much, and he loves interacting with people. So rather than like going and finding the celebrity chefs or whatever, they go and find like carts and stuff like that. Just the places that people would normally go to.
Right.
That's affordable. That's there. He does eventually go to like celebrity chef stuff, but he mainly just goes and finds the random people and sits with them and talks with them, and it's great. Like he just shows not only the food but the culture and how everyone is just being brought together with this food. It's so cool. But let me tell you, if you're hungry and don't watch it.
Do not watch.
You're gonna be so hungry by the end, and you're gonna be like, "Where do I get that?" Oh, nowhere.
But I thought this was convenient.
It is convenient
In
if
the
you're in those
country
countries.
you're in.
Oh, it's not in
like
America.
Saigon, Bangkok,
Lisbon.
Lisbon.
All the places I've never been.
There's a I'm on the New Orleans one right now, so that one should be.
So that one is actually
That one's possible.
okay.
Kind of.
if we want to
we
go to New
live
Orleans,
kind of far from there.
a little bit. How about
A little
you?
bit.
You watching anything, Alena?
You know, I feel like I came unprepared.
Well, that's
I
not
can-
surprising.
Yes, I know. What else is new? Well,
Nothing new, nothing old. Like
oh, I guess should I? Well, I have two things I can talk about.
what's that?
Either one, Planet Earth 2,
Oh my god.
or
Tell me more. Is
No.
it better without Snoop Dogg? I've only seen Planet Earth as narrated by Snoop Dogg.
this is narrated by what's his face. He's got a great voice, and it's great. I forgot his name. He's very famous, though, for the narratives. He does the narratives.
Freeman?
Negative. Not God. I was talking about a white man, I'm sure. He's British, maybe. I could be making this up.
Leonard Herzog?
Werner Herzog.
Who is it?
David Attenborough.
David Attenborough. Thank you. David
see his
Attenborough. And he talks so well. Anyway, it's phenomenal. That is also shot in 4K. 4K.
4K.
Disjointed is not in 4K.
No.
Anyway, it's phenomenal. There are only 6 episodes, and they go through, I guess you could say, climate in a way. In a way, they go through the deserts.
Sounds like a
The islands.
show
I
for
wonder
weather and
why you
forest.
like this.
Because it's
Yeah?
learnable.
Learned.
I learned a lot of this informations. You know, the desert episode, I thought, being from a desert,
Was it a little dry?
it was a little dry. Anyway, I liked it. It was great. I don't have much to offer other than the visuals were out of
Phenomenal.
this world. Phenomenal. Hard to tell they were either in a helicopter or a drone because how'd you
In a
get-
drone?
I mean, using drones.
They
Sheesh.
shrink down the people and they fly the drones.
Exactly. You gotta use your head, you know.
Okay.
They put the little ant people on the drone and they fly the drone.
On the drone. They don't even put them in.
No.
No safety here.
Not at all.
Oh, God.
But it was very nice to see real animal interaction. All of it.
Okay, so Planet Earth, the first one, didn't they get like some rare footage of specific animals that hadn't been seen before? Is that the case in Planet Earth 2?
Not so much. This is more focused in the habitat of these
So
animals.
the overall, just the nature of it.
Yes.
Okay.
And they go into.
I see it on Netflix, and I'm like, it looks interesting, but I don't know if I don't know if I want to give my life to this.
6 hours, perhaps, of your time.
No, I'm
Which Alena already did.
probably twice.
Shut up. No. It just took me a minute. No, it's very good. I think you'll like it because you see the animals fight. You see which ones will win and lose, and then which ones get away. And you're fighting for the underdog, and you're
The
hoping.
suspense is killing me.
Seriously. You're hoping that this bear and the lion, they don't fight each other. But if they were, they would be fighting each other, and you would think that the bear would win, or maybe the lion gets away, or something. I don't know. But there's lions in there in the one version. There's birds. You know, you ever see, I can't even cuss, but there's this video on YouTube with these birds that are very flashy when they want to attract the female. And they have the beautiful colored feathers, and they make houses for the females. And I didn't know men birds created these homes to attract the female birds. And essentially, they're hoping that this bird will come, the female bird will come into their home, and then they can flash their nice, cute little colorful wings. Well, there's a video on YouTube that I didn't realize was the same bird. And it talks about Becky wanting something. I won't say the other one.
What?
You want
exactly?
some rhymes with duck.
Want the D?
Just something like that.
Okay.
But the same birds are in it. So obviously I'm locked in because I've already seen this YouTube video.
So that's what got you going. That's what
That's
did
what kept
it.
me going.
So what's the other thing?
Oh, Grand Tour. I'm sure you've heard of it.
Oh yeah, we've
Yeah.
talked about it before.
You already have.
It doesn't matter.
Well, let me
It's
just.
another person
You're
that enjoys it.
probably way farther into it than Leonard is.
I believe you're done with it, aren't you?
I have to go back and watch the first season. I have watched the second season.
I haven't watched the first season. I'm literally on episode 2 of the second season. That's
He
what I
just
did.
jumped right in to
I'm
the
just,
second
I'm just
season.
jumping in.
Well, you know, it was kind of the same thing with Breaking Bad for me. I watched the first episode 6 times because I couldn't get with it the first time. Then I watched a couple episodes in between, and after that, watched the last episode of the entire series. So I figured it out.
Oh,
Yeah, just got right
You know,
through.
that's something about Breaking Bad, and that I feel like we've never talked about Breaking Bad on here, so I feel like I can do that. That is a hard show to get into.
Yes.
The first 3 episodes are so slow, but they establish so much.
I feel like I didn't
Yes.
really get into Breaking Bad until the end of the first season
See,
because it did take a lot. Because they had to establish his life and who he was and why it was such a big deal that he was becoming this drug lord.
this is true. This
Yeah.
is true.
It's, yeah.
But such a good show. Oh my god. love it.
All right, so last
50
time...
bajillion gold limbs.
Calm
She
down
just
now.
took your rating system.
So last time we did movie trivia
What?
at the end of our... Was it Foreign Film Friday? I'm pretty sure.
Sure.
One of them. So I thought we would do it again.
Oh, okay.
Since we're with the trivia queen over here.
Jeopardy.
But she freaks out, so this is fun.
So I am going to start with an easy one, and then we're just going to gradually try and get it a little bit harder and harder, and see who
That sounds familiar.
between you, between
What?
Jeopardy nerd, between you and Celeste. So let's see how it
Well,
goes.
I guess Trevor and I didn't do that right because just whoever knew it shouted it out.
No, well, I mean, if you guys can do it together, that's fine too. Okay.
Wow, if we can do it together, for sure.
Okay.
Teamwork against Leonard.
All right, movie trivia. It's version 2. So let's go. Emma Watson is known for playing which character in Harry Potter?
Hermione Granger from
Yeah.
Harry
What?
Potter.
Yes, that
you
one.
haven't even seen Harry Potter.
I saw the first one, half of the second one, and the seventh one.
See, that's like my thing with Breaking Bad. I'm not alone in
I have
this.
the general gist of it. Wizards, trains.
Warlocks.
All right.
I got it.
This is for sci-fi fans out there. I'd buy that for $1 is a catchphrase from what 1987 action movie
What?
set in Detroit, Michigan in
What?
the near future?
What?
Excuse me?
Is it Back to the Future?
I'd buy that. No, I'd buy that for
Oh.
$1 is a catchphrase from what 1987 action movie set in Detroit, Michigan in the near future?
I wasn't alive in the
I'd buy that
80s.
for $1, and that's supposed to be for sci-fi,
Yeah.
but it's an action sci-fi.
Yes.
In Detroit?
In Detroit.
I feel
Detroit
like I would,
action.
is this easy?
Yes.
Darn it!
RoboCop.
Yep.
Oh,
It
wow.
was RoboCop.
Oh,
Good
okay.
That was a total guess.
yes, it was. That's the only 80s lick I know. Oh, and Back to the Future.
As a protest to Hollywood's portrayal of Native Americans in film, Marlon Brando declined an Academy Award for his performance in what movie?
Who's Marlon Brando?
Brando. Come on now. Everyone knows Marlon Brando.
I
saw
don't.
a picture, maybe. Can you pull up a picture of Marlon?
I can type in Marlon Brando. Something.
How do you spell Marlon?
M-A-R-I-L or L-I.
L-O-N
Oh, snap.
space.
Brando.
Brando.
B-R-A-N-D-O. I don't know who that man is.
Apocalypse Now?
No. The Godfather.
Oh.
Oh.
Really?
Sorry.
Okay.
All right, here's an easy one. In Disney's 1959 animated film Sleeping Beauty, who is Princess Aurora? Who is Princess Aurora is betrothed to? No, who was Princess Aurora betrothed to?
Prince Philip.
Correct.
Wait, what?
What?
This is Snow White?
No,
the Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, you said Sleeping Beauty?
Yes.
Why was I thinking Snow White? I thought you said Snow White, and then when I heard Princess Aurora, I got confused and thought you were talking about two different movies. I want a rematch.
We're not done.
Oh.
What
still
was
losing.
John Candy's character's name in the 1987 comedy movie Planes, Trains, and
Oh,
Automobiles?
come on.
Everyone has seen that. Everyone.
I only saw the beginning of that.
Oh
I
my
just
god.
the only memorable part is when Steve Martin turns into the devil. So that's all I care about.
Was his name something like Chuck
No,
or
Larry?
no. Not
Bob?
Chuck and Larry or Bob. It's Del Griffith.
Okay.
Griffith and Taketh
This isn't
Away.
going as well.
This is not good for me.
I don't know movies.
Here's an easy one. Bruce Banner turns into what fictional superhero when he becomes angry?
The Hulk.
There we go. Good. We're getting it. Who played the female lead in the 1990 romantic comedy Pretty Woman? We
What's her
literally
name?
had this last time.
The
Did we?
Yes.
It's
Roberts, Julia Roberts.
yeah, Julia.
Yeah.
Ah,
The redhead with the teeth.
I was about to say Big Mouth, but thank goodness I'm not the only one.
Oh my god.
I feel so much better.
Which actor played Marty McFly in the 1980s sci-fi
Oh my gosh,
classic
Martin
Back to-
Sheen.
Oh.
I mean,
No!
Martin Sheen. What the heck? Wow, he's in that sex move show. Oh my goodness. Doesn't he have Parkinson's or something?
Yes, he does have Parkinson's.
Gosh, why can't I know what disease he has, and I don't even know his name.
Please just don't call him the Parkinson's actor.
Isn't he the man with Parkinson's? I feel awful now.
I don't know his name.
Wait, he plays Marty McFly. Oh my gosh.
I know what he looks like.
I know what he looks
He
like.
has
He's
the
a
He's
shoes.
like short, and he's
His initials
Yes.
are MJF.
Michael J. Fox.
There we go. I figured that would help. Actress
Gadot.
Gadot? Is it Gadot? Okay, Gal Gadot starred in what American superhero? Oh, that's so easy.
Wonder
Superhero.
Woman.
Yeah,
She's the best Wonder Woman to
Oh,
ever live.
stupid.
Thank you.
Who played the lead role in the 1982 American comedy Tootsie?
Never seen it.
What? I've never seen
Tootsie.
Tootsie.
What? We
Oh,
have
please,
to.
don't.
We have to
Don't.
have.
Why do you
no.
keep
Says the
doing
man
80s movie
Who's
trivia?
never seen Ex Machina? Okay.
Okay, first off, that is not one that everyone needs to see. Tootsie
not?
is like a cult classic.
What is a Tootsie?
Other than
It's
candy.
about drag queens.
Okay. What you keep doing 80s movies, and I literally
Is this
said I
80s
know
trivia?
nothing about the 80s.
No,
So
obviously it's not. Otherwise, Gal Gadot would not be.
touche.
I can't spell Tootsie, guys.
Isn't it
Ugh.
Tootie?
Yes, but I can't see the keyboard.
Move.
Tootsie. Spell it. There it is.
Yeah, no.
It's really cool. No?
Never seen
Dustin
it.
Hoffman.
I've heard of
Anyways.
it, but no. Heard of
okay.
it? No.
It's
Haven't
like
seen
it's one of those
Oh, it has
movies
Bill
like watch-
Murray.
Yeah, it's like one of those ones you should watch, like Birdcage.
Never
I mean,
seen
it's
it.
not like Birdcage, but okay. Who
Oh.
played the female lead in the dystopian political thriller V for Vendetta?
Oh, the woman?
Natalie Portman.
Yes. That woman.
Well done. All right, last one.
Natalie Portman is my bae. I love
This
Natalie
one-
Portman.
This one is very difficult.
Oh.
Who played the female lead in the 1942 film Casablanca?
Oh my god.
Why do you hate me?
Okay, first off, I know you guys have seen Casablanca.
No.
What?
Yes, but I don't remember it. You know what I had to watch?
Is
Casablanca, as I call it.
yes.
I had to watch it in my art class in high school. Like the end of the week thing, we wouldn't do art. We just watch Casablanca.
All right,
So.
well, it was Ingrid Bergman, but
Well,
Thanks a
who
lot.
is that?
Ingrid Bergman?
Who's to know?
Oh my goodness!
He's so judgmental.
How do you not know these stars from the 40s and 80s?
Listen, I could actually go. So recently,
I've never seen the
Yeah.
original Murder on the Orient
So
Express.
I think that's probably the only thing, if anyone like nowadays would have watched, it would have probably been that.
I've
Other
never
than that,
seen
Casablanca.
any of these movies.
That's I know. This is more my speed. That's why I said it was very difficult because if I was,
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
yeah, she was in Spellbound. I didn't know that. Anyways, so not bad. Look at you guys.
But not great.
I mean, not bad.
You know what came out last Friday? I
What
know
came out?
Leonard kind of fell out of it, but Grace and Frankie came back last Friday.
I did fall out of it. It's not because it's not bad. It's
What's
just
that?
Okay, Grace and
gasps.
Frankie is about so it has all your favorite people. Let me pull up the cast list
What?
because you
it
will
has Jane Fonda and
It
it
does have
has
Jane Fonda.
what is her name?
That's why I can't remember her name.
Oh goodness.
So it's Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin.
There we go.
They're married to two lawyers who are Sam
Martin Sheen is in it.
Watterson and Martin Sheen. Sam Watterson was from Law and Order. He was the old lawyer guy. And they find out, well, their husbands tell them that they're gay and that they've been together for years. So their husbands leave them to be together. And so they're just kind of, they kind of end up together, living their new lives as older single women. And eventually they start their own dildo company for older women. And
It's fantastic.
it's great. It's so good.
See, I only got through the first season, and okay, let me say why.
Okay.
It wasn't because it's like bad or anything. I actually enjoy that show. I'm just one of those people that once it's on, once someone has forced me to sit down and watch a television show, I will sit down and watch it.
That's
I will
how
not
you
seek it
watched
out.
the last 4 episodes of End of the Fucking World.
Yeah,
Oh, I haven't seen that yet. I've heard it was
really good.
Really good. But like it has so many other good like older actors. It has Sam Elliott. It has Craig T. Nelson. It has
She's talking about Grace and Frank.
oh yeah.
We're switching here.
It has Ernie Hudson. Like
Lisa Kudrow's in it.
yeah, Lisa Kudrow
Wow.
is in it. Like this is a great show. So if you
It's got a
haven't
killer cast, that's for sure.
if you haven't seen Grace and Frankie, there is now 4 seasons.
So you could
So-
you could sit down and binge this.
It's great.
I've been out of the loop.
Oh my gosh.
It's good. It's good.
So I do want to start season 4. It's probably one of my favorite shows. It's so good. It kind of reminds me of Golden Girls. Maybe that's just the older women aspect.
It's like Golden Girls, except with more dildos.
They are very quick-witted. They are, maybe that's, just being an older
Lily
woman.
Tomlin, honestly, is such a gift.
She's so fun. She plays this like dirty hippie that's always high and like going on spirit quests.
The last one I watched was when she got, is it Grace? She got Grace high with peyote.
Really?
So funny. Oh my God.
Wow.
And Grace didn't know that peyote was like something you got high with because she thought it was just a tea. She got knocked off her ass.
Yes.
It's hilarious.
Sure.
Oh.
Sure.
So that came back, and I didn't even realize it had come back until it was like new episodes. And I was like, is this really new episodes, or is this doing the thing where like it came out a while ago and it's just telling me that there's new episodes and I've already seen it? And then I was like, oh my God, this came out last week.
Like Hulu does with their unwatched.
Oh my God, yeah. I'm like, well, obviously I'm like every season behind on everything now.
200 episodes later.
Yeah.
Oh my.
You know what's something about Netflix though? They keep bringing stuff out and you don't know about it until like you've gone and searched for it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get their emails?
Oh, I guess
don't
I
read
guess
your
I don't
emails?
read my email.
No,
I have like
because-
3,000 emails I haven't read.
I'm attached to Leonard's account on everything, so I wouldn't get the email.
But
I'll
there's
forward
also,
them to you.
Thank you.
There's also like no fanfare around it too. Like somebody feed Phil and Grace and Frankie and other ones.
The best place that I have found for fandoms, Tumblr. I don't go on Tumblr a whole lot anymore. I feel like
I
I
thought that
did
was just for porn.
No. It's memes, huge fan, groups, and yeah, I frequented
and
it.
porn.
I mean, you've never
And porn.
tumbled down the Tumblr of that side of things.
No,
Okay.
I mean,
I've gone
of
down that
course.
one.
I mean, I had had my Tumblr throughout high school and college. I've gone on it occasionally. Usually when I'm watching something that I really love and no one else is talking about it, I'll look up the tag in Tumblr and see everyone else that's also talking about it and watching it and memeing it, and I'm like, this is how I feel.
Tumblr, all right. Maybe we should get a Tumblr.
Maybe.
I don't
Maybe.
know. No, it's okay.
I'm really bad at updating it.
All right, everyone. Well, I think that is it for today. We talked about a lot of things. We talked about the 1600s all the way up to dildos and old women. It's fantastic.
And
The
that's
way
what
it's
history-
treated.
about.
And they're not even being killed for being witches.
Exactly. And also, Alena has brought a dog.
And he sometimes flicks his ears.
He's such a cute dog.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you to Alena. Thank you to Celeste. And Trevor, hope everything's going well and that you haven't had the kid quite yet.
Because you haven't texted us, and
Yeah.
that's rude.
Yeah, it's rude. So if you hear this, remember to text when it happens.
Okay, thanks.
No videos, though. Okay.
I want a video. Hey, don't. You need to solicit for this. What is wrong with you? We need to see this childbirth.
No, we don't.
I've seen my
Send
own.
it to
Oh,
Alena.
I've seen my own too. Have it on VHS.
Me too.
I was born in 89.
So
You could have
So,
still had it.
I don't
you
have
could have had a VHS of it.
I was born in a hospital
was-
that no longer exists.
Okay.
Was it?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Be
Anyways.
born later. Jeez.
Like only a couple years later. Leonard, you're not that old.
No, but I was born in a hospital that no longer exists.
Yes.
And
because
to
that
parents who
town sucks.
didn't have that kind of equipment.
Your father didn't capture every moment of your life, including your birth, before and after. There's a lot of shots down there. Just
Anyways,
hold
we're going to end
them.
this
Yeah.
now. Thank you so much for listening. And we'll, oh my God, we'll talk later, I guess. All right, bye. Bye.
Toodles.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
I don't.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, God, so many shots
Bye.
in my head.
Just
Okay.
press end.
I'm ending it.